So now moving on to motion in 1D, the second chapter of class 11. Units and dimensions প্রথমে আসে তারপরে motion in 1D. Right. First question. Till now, has anyone had any problem? Till now, has anyone had any problem? And if there are bigger questions or anyone has more questions to ask, you can always use the discussion forum. Always use the discussion forum. You can always post questions on the discussion forum. So please use the discussion forum. Right. Motion in 1D. Preeti reached the metro station and found that the escalator was not working. She walked up the stationary escalator in time t1. On other days, if she remains stationary on the moving escalator takes her up in time t2. The time taken by her to walk on the moving escalator will be. So on a still escalator, when the escalator was not moving, she takes time t1 to reach the top. On other days, she just stands on the escalator and the escalator takes her up. সবাই তো মেট্রো স্টেশনে তো গেছেই obviously তো I'm hoping মেট্রো স্টেশন দেখেছো একবার না একটা ওখানে escalator থাকে উপর নিচে নিয়ে যায়. So when the escalator takes her up in time t2, তো যখন escalator উপরে দাঁড়িয়ে পড়েছে তখন escalator ওকে টাইম t2 তে উপরে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে. আর যখন ও নিজে হেঁটে যায় escalator স্টেজ escalator কাজ করছে না নিজে হেঁটে চলে যায় তখন টাইম নিচ্ছে t1. সো এবার কোয়েশ্চেনটা হচ্ছে যদি escalatorও কাজ করছে আর প্রীতি নিজে হেঁটে যাচ্ছে escalator মুভিং escalator উপরে হেঁটে যাচ্ছে তো কত টাইম নেবে? People are saying option B should be correct. T1 plus T1 T2 by T2 plus T1. Everyone is inclined towards option B. So I think Ankita Sarkar is also saying option D. Neha Talukdar is saying option B. So I'm guessing the answer is option B. So let V1 is the velocity of Preeti on stationary escalator and D is the distance traveled by her. So obviously V1 will be D by T1. Stationary escalator time দেওয়া আছে t1, so v1 will be d by t1. Obviously এখানে relative motion এর কনসেপ্টটা চলে এসেছে, relative velocity কনসেপ্টটা চলে এসেছে. Again let v2 is the velocity of the escalator velocity v2, escalator time দেওয়া আছে t2, so v2 will be d by t2. So net velocity of Preeti on moving escalator, যে থার্ড যেটা আমাদেরকে খুঁজতে হবে, যেটা আমাদেরকে খুঁজতে হবে যে যখন এসকেলেটর মুভ করছে প্রীতি মুভিং এসকেলেটর উপরে হেঁটে যাচ্ছে তখন কি হবে? তো অবভিয়াসলি obviously she will reach faster. It is very obvious. She will reach faster. Uni exercise, please remove. So obviously when she is walking on the moving escalator, uh, there is a question from the admin just for because we need to take the attendance. Gioni S6, we will need your actual name for attendance purposes. Gioni S6, if you're hearing me, we will want you. Can you please type in your name? Can you please type in your actual name? So net velocity of Preeti on a moving escalator will obviously be v1 plus v2, which is d1 d by t1 plus d by t2. So finally you get d into, you get this expression. So the time taken by her to walk up on the moving escalator will be t1 t2 by t1 plus t2. So hopefully this question is clear about relative velocities. All of you gave the right answer, of course. So I'm guessing everyone is fine. Right. Moving on. Two cars P and Q start from a point at the same time in a straight line, and the position vectors are given xp and xq in terms of time. At what time do the two cars have the same velocity? Little bit of calculus, not একটু calculus use করতে হবে আর কিছু না, just basic calculus. Option D, everyone is inclined towards option D. সবাই বলছে option D, বলছে option D সঠিক বলছে option D. So I'm guessing সবাই option D বলবে, আমি আনসারটা দেখিয়ে দিচ্ছি। সবাই বলছে option D, so option D, hopefully option D is correct. So all I have to do is position of car P at any time t is xp given by this. We already know dx by dt is the velocity. I simply differentiate. Hopefully basic differentiation সবাই জানো by now. I'm just hoping that basic differentiation সবাই জানো. So dx by dt is given as the velocity. I simply differentiate this. I end up with a plus 2bt. Similarly for car q, position vector দেওয়া আছে, again we know dx by dt is velocity. এটাকে ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলে আমরা পাবো f minus 2t. প্রশ্নটা হচ্ছে when is the velocity of the two equal? So vp is equal to v2, equate করে দিলে তুমি টাইম পেয়ে যাবে f minus a by 2 into 1 plus b, which is option D. Just basic differentiation আর কিছু না. Does anyone have any problems with differentiation? Just basic differentiation. Basic differentiation hopefully সবাই জানে. Good. And নিটে তোমাদেরকে বেসিক ডিফারেন্সিয়েশনই জিজ্ঞেস করা হবে। বেসিক ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন আসলেই হলো, অত কিছু বেশি ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন ফর্মুলা গুলো অত ডিপ অত জানতে হবে। বেসিক ডিফারেন্সিয়েশনের উপরই প্রশ্ন করবে। Good. Okay, I shall be moving on. If the velocity of a particle is this, a and b are constant, distance traveled by it in, আর যখন আমি বলি বেসিক ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন তো বেসিক ইন্টিগ্রেশনে একটু আসতে হবে, অবভিয়াসলি বেসিক ইন্টিগ্রেশন, বেসিক ক্যালকুলাস, বেসিক ইন্টিগ্রেশন ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন আসলেই হবে, ডিপলি কিছু জানতে হবে। So if the velocity of a particle is this, where a and b are constant, the distance traveled by it between 1 second and 2 seconds is, এই প্রশ্নটা তোমাকে ইন্টিগ্রেশন ইউজ করতে হবে। Everyone is saying option A. Everyone is inclined towards option A. Any more answers? I'm just going to show the answer. So this basic integration use করবে, option A চলে আসবে, velocity is given as at plus bt square. We know that velocity is simply ds by dt or dx by dt, x by s যা ইচ্ছা ইউজ করতে পারো। ds by dt is at plus bt square. এবার আমি dt কে রাইট হ্যান্ড সাইডে নিয়ে যাব and I will integrate from limit. আচ্ছা, আর একটা জিনিস এখানে, যখন আমরা উইদাউট পুটিং এখানে লিমিটস, এটা একটু একটু ম্যাথস, কিন্তু এটা ক্যালকুলেশন এটা ভুল করবে না। যখন আমি এখানে কোনো লিমিট, আপার লিমিট ও লোয়ার লিমিট দিই, তখন একটা কমন ক্যালকুলেশন মিস্টেক হচ্ছে যখন লিমিটস থাকে না, there will be an extra constant in the there will be an extra constant in the answer after integration. Please do not forget this constant. Please do not forget this constant. যখন লিমিটস থাকে না in my integration, আনসারে একটা এক্সট্রা কনস্ট্যান্ট চলে আসে which is c. আর যদি লিমিটস পুট করে দাও, এখানে যদি he wanted the কি আছে ডিসটেন্স ট্রাভেল বিটুইন 1 and 2, যদি আমি লিমিটস পুট করে দিই 1 to 2, sorry that by the way that looks odd, it is actually a 2, sorry for my handwriting. So if I put the limits in, এই কনস্ট্যান্টটা আসবে না, ডাইরেক্টলি তুমি ক্যালকুলেট করতে পারো, simply put in the limits আর তুমি আনসার পেয়ে যাবে। but since I haven't put in the limits here, I will get an extra constant c. Please don't forget this. Please don't make this calculation mistake. So finally at t is equal to 1, s is this a by 2 plus b by 3 plus c, and at t is equal to 2 seconds, a is this 2a plus 8 by 3b plus c. So the distance traveled will be s2 minus s1, which is nothing but 3 by 2a plus 7 by 3b. So I think the rest of the calculation is okay for you. সবাই ক্যালকুলেশন তো অবভিয়াসলি জানো, শুধু আমি এটা বলতে চাইছি না কনস্ট্যান্টের ব্যাপারে তো তোমাদেরকে বলে দিলাম, এটা ভুলবে না। Right, I shall be moving on. A particle of unit mass undergoes one-dimensional motion such that its velocity varies according to velocity. So velocity is given in terms of the distance or displacement, where beta and n are constant. X is the position of the particle. The acceleration of the particle as a function of x is Isha Paul is saying 3. Isha is saying 3. Smita 3, Devmita 3, Neha 3, Sudeshna 3. Anuradha is also saying 3. Ankita, Anuradha, all 3, 3. So I'm guessing the answer is 3. So we are going to differentiate this, obviously, but we are not going to differentiate it with respect to x, dv by dx acceleration hoy na, dv by dt acceleration hoy. So if you Sojit is saying option D. So indeed the answer is option D. I don't know how you people got C. I think Isha Paul is saying option C. Isha just changed her answer from C to D. That's fine. So we will differentiate, even if we differentiate with respect to x, remember this. Acceleration is given by dv by dt, like I was saying just before. Acceleration is always dv by dt. I think most of you have, acceleration is not dv by dx, acceleration is dv by dt. But here, velocity x is given in terms of x. That is fine. So dv by dt, we just multiply and just assume it like this. We are multiplying dividing by dx. Multiply and divide by dv by dt ke multiply and divide by dx. Yes, so this na Tamanna, the answer is that's fine. So dv by d, so multiply and divide by dx, dv by dx খুঁজলাম আমরা এক্ষুনি, dv by dx খুঁজে নিলাম, dx by dt আমরা জানি কি, dx by dt হচ্ছে velocity. So this is the final expression of acceleration. And finally, we know the value of du by dx. Du by dx will be this. B already দেওয়া আছে already, question এ দেওয়া ছিল B. Substitute করে দিলাম. Substitute করলে you will get the answer as option D. That is fine. There's no need to apologize. It is fine to make mistakes as long as we are learning something from it. তো যে মিস্টেক থেকে কিছু শিখতে পারলে খুবই ভালো হয়। And hopefully this is also a learning curve. Mistake করছো তুমি এটা বুঝতে পারছো কোথায় মিস্টেক হচ্ছে, so hopefully you will avoid this mistake in the future. So just be careful. Acceleration is du by dt, where velocity is given in terms of x and not t. আমাদেরকে এখানে একটু ডিফারেন্সিয়েশনের সাথে খেলা করতে হবে। So hopefully this question, is there anyone who has a question about this question? কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে এই কোশ্চেনটা নিয়ে বা এটা নিয়ে, এটা কি করে হচ্ছে? Hopefully এটা clear. Good. I'm expecting this is clear to everyone. So just be careful about all this. Right. I'm going to move on to my. I've got two more answers. Good, Srinjana. Good, Neha. Hopefully this is clear to everyone. Good. Right. I will be moving on to my next question. That is, this is a free fall question. Stone falls freely under gravity. It covers distances h1, h2, h3 in 5 seconds, the next 5 seconds, and the next 5 seconds. Relation between h1, h2, h3 is. তো একটা স্টোন আছে, বিল্ডিং এর উপরে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি, স্টোনটাকে ওখানে ছেড়ে দেওয়া হয়েছে, ফ্রি ফল। তো 5 সেকেন্ডসে, সাপোজ দ্য ফার্স্ট 5 সেকেন্ডসে h1 ডিস্টেন্স কভার করছে, নেক্সট 5 সেকেন্ডসে h2, আর তারপরের 5 সেকেন্ডসে h3 ডিস্টেন্স কভার করছে। h1 আর h2 আর h3 রিলেশনশিপ। আচ্ছা দেখি একটা, বিফোর উই স্টার্ট সলভিং, Ankita is saying 4, Shreya is saying 4, Sunjana is saying 3, Tamanna is saying 3, Sudeshna is saying 4, Devasmita is saying. So there seems to be a bit of a thing between 3 and 4. Options C and D এর মধ্যে একটু divided আছে তোমরা। সৌজিত আবার লিখে দিয়েছে না অপশন ডি হবে স্যার, না ঠিক আছে দেখে নি, চলো অপশন সি হবে না ডি হবে। So here is the situation. যদি ড্র করতে হয়, আচ্ছা একটা তো এখান থেকে শিওর, অপশন বি তো হবে না, অপশন বি অসম্ভব হবে অবভিয়াসলি। নিচে ডাউনওয়ার্ড অ্যাক্সেলারেশন আছে, তো অবভিয়াসলি h1 will never be equal to h2 and will never be equal to h3, তো অপশন বি তো কেটেই দিলাম। Let us see, in the first 5 seconds it travels h1, next 5 seconds h2, and the next 5 seconds h3. So after 5 seconds, distance traveled by whatever the object was, h1. Now next 5 seconds, that means after 10 seconds, the distance traveled by it was h1 plus h2. And in the next 5 seconds, that is a total of 15 seconds, the total distance traveled by it was h1 plus h2 plus h3. So h1 হয়ে গেল এটা, first 5 seconds h1 হয়ে গেল এটা 25 by 2 g. Distance traveled by the stone in next 5 seconds, that is t is equal to 10 seconds হচ্ছে h1 plus h2, and indeed answer is option D. h1 is h1 plus h2 হবে তোমার এটা 100/2g, and similarly h1 plus h2 plus h3 হবে তোমার 225/2g, 15 seconds. So distance traveled in 5 seconds is h1. Distance traveled in a total of 5 plus 5, 10 seconds is h1 plus h2. And distance traveled by the stone in the total 15. 5 plus 5 plus 5, 15 seconds is h1 plus h2 plus h3. Initial velocity 0. So simply use half gt square. So আমি 5, 10 আর 15 সেকেন্ডে কত ডিস্টেন্স ট্রাভেল করেছে ওটার এক্সপ্রেশনটা পেয়ে গেছি। এবার কি করতে হবে? দিস ইজ ভেরি সিম্পল। হোয়াট উইল h2 বি? h2 কি হবে? h1 plus h2 minus h1, তো আমি h2 পেয়ে যাব। আর what will h3 be? The distance traveled in the last 5 seconds. h3 will be simply be this expression, h1 plus h2 plus h3 minus h1 plus h2। এটা করলেই আমি আনসার পেয়ে যাব। just do the math, math তো তোমরা করতেই পারো, আমি জাস্ট আনসার দেখিয়ে দিচ্ছি। Finally you will end up with h1 is equal to h2/3 is equal to h3/5। তো যখন তুমি সাবট্রাকশন করবে তুমি h2 টাকে পাবে 75/2g। h1 তো অলরেডি এখান থেকে আমরা খুঁজে নিয়েছি, h1 হচ্ছে তোমার 25/2g, আমরা খুঁজে নিয়েছি অলরেডি। So just do the subtractions এখান থেকে, just do the subtraction, h1 plus h2 minus h1 will give me h2. So 100/2g minus 25/2g will give me my h2, which is nothing but 75g/2. 75g/2 হচ্ছে 3 times h1। নেক্সট হচ্ছে যে থার্ড ইকুয়েশন, যেটা h1 plus h2 plus h3 ইকুয়েশন আছে, ওটাকে h1 just subtract h1 plus h2 equation from the last equation, তুমি h3 পেয়ে যাবে। h3 তুমি পাবে 125/2g, which is 5 times h1। simply বসিয়ে দিলাম, h1 will be h2/3 equal to h3/5, which is option D। Does anyone have any questions about what we have done here? কারো যদি কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে তাহলে প্লিজ এক্ষুনি বলে দাও। কোনো প্রশ্ন? এটা ক্লিয়ার হয়েছে না? mistakenly placed, it's a problem in my mobile phone। So all those people who have answered it as option C, is this clear? কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে? Can I move on or you just want to have a look? কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন আছে? সিমোনা বলেছে yes sir। Good Simona, hopefully this is clear। hopefully কারো কোনো প্রশ্ন নেই, রিপ্লাই দিচ্ছে না, so I'm going to move on। The displacement x of a particle of আরেকটা রিপ্লাই এসছে। Okay, Sindhana says you should move on, sir। Okay, I already have। So the question 6 is the displacement x of a particle m moving in one dimension under the action of a force is related to time, this the displacement of the particle when its velocity is 0। time and displacement দেওয়া আছে, I mean time and displacement এর রিলেশনটা দেওয়া আছে, time and displacement দেওয়া নেই, রিলেশনশিপটা দেওয়া আছে। আমাকে খুঁজতে হবে displacement of the particle when its velocity is 0। displacement. I've got my first answer. Isha is saying 0 meters. Neha 2 বলছে, Nita 2 বলছে, Tamanna, Yasmin. So pretty much everyone is saying option 2 should be correct. देखे नीचे चलो. Option 2 is indeed correct. Simply bring x over one side, make your x the subject. You will get x is equal to t minus 3 to the t minus 3 whole square. X टाके subject बनिएगा. So everyone is giving option as 2, which is very good. X टाके subject बनिए दिलाम. X is equal to t minus 3 whole square. Your velocity হবে obviously dx by dt. Velocity will be dx by dt. So I get my velocity as 2 into 2 t minus 3. Now I want the displacement when the velocity is 0. Velocity becomes 0 when t is equal to 3 seconds. এই যে velocity আছে এখানে এটাকে 0 put করে দিলাম. I will get t is equal to 3 seconds. So velocity was 0 when at time 3 seconds. এবার আমাকে at this time I want the displacement. At t is equal to 3 seconds I want the displacement. এবার এখানে expression for x already দেওয়াই আছে, questionই দেওয়া আছে. तो t के simply এখানে substitute করে দেবো. X is equal to 3 minus 3 whole square, which is 0. So the displacement of the particle when the velocity becomes 0 is 0. Hopefully this is fine with all of you. I shall be moving on. The motion of this is the same as the previous few questions. The motion of a particle along a straight line is described by this. X is in meter, t is in second. Retardation of the particle when its velocity becomes 0. Retardation of the particle when its velocity becomes 0. Two answers. Isha is saying 4, Shreya will say 4, Tamanna 4, Anuradha, Shavai 4 will say. I will say 12 meter per. I will say 12 meter per second square होगा. देखेंगे. Not one more answer. Ankita will say 4. So x is 8 plus 12t minus t cube. Already দেওয়া আছে প্রশ্নতে. একবার ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলাম, velocity চলে এলো 12 minus 3t square. আর একবার different. So I need the retardation when the velocity is 0. So I put v is equal to 0. I end up with 2 seconds. t 0 put করলাম because I need the retardation when the velocity is 0. So I end up substituting v is equal to 0. I get t is equal to 2 seconds. Accelerate, I differentiate it again. আরেকবার differentiate করতে হবে কেন? I need the retardation or the acceleration. Acceleration is just the negative of retardation. So acceleration is আরেকবার differentiate করলাম. I will get minus 60. I need the retardation when the velocity was 0. The velocity was 0 at time 2 seconds. Already আমরা পেয়ে গেছি. এটাকে simply এখানে substitute করব. We will end up with minus 12 meter per second. The minus sign just indicates that there is a retardation. That's it. So answer হবে D. So this one, obviously all of you gave the right answer, which is very good. So moving on to my next question. Again, a free fall question. Once again, a free fall question. A boy standing at the top of a tower 20 meters high, assuming g 10 meter per second. Final velocity. Anuradha is saying option 4. Shreya is saying option A. Nita is saying option 4. Saying most of you are saying option 4 except for one. saying option A. Tamanna is saying option 4. A boy standing at the top of the Pinjana is saying option 4. So everyone is saying option 4. So basically final velocity like this. Let me see the answer. U is 0, G is 10, H is 20. Let the velocity, basically let the final velocity be V. So what formula I'm going to use? I'm simply going to use U V square is equal to U square plus 2A S. Here S is A. And the acceleration is G. Use column, put column, I get 20 meter per second. I'm getting 20 meter per second. So with 20 meter per second, answer should be B. A is 10 meter per second, Shreya. A is 10 meter per second. B is 20. C is 40. D is 5. B square equals U square plus 2GH. B is equal to root over 2GH. G10 দেওয়া আছে, H20 দেওয়া আছে. So for people who said option D, so I don't know what you guys did. All of you gave the answer as option D, 5 meter per second. I really don't know what you were doing. But what देखे now, is this clear now? I don't know. I don't know how you guys were calculating the velocity. Uh, I wanted the final velocity of the. I want the final velocity of the stone when it hits the ground. It's fine. So as long as this is clear, as long as the process is clear, it's fine to make mistakes. But hopefully, you have learned something. So that is going to be the takeaway. So is this clear to everyone? I hope you guys have realized what mistake you made while calculating. As long as you have realized that, I'm happy. Good. Hopefully, this question is clear to everyone by now. Good. Very, very good. I'm getting yeses. This is a positive. So let's move on to my next question. My next question is this particle covers half of its total distance with speed 1 and the rest half of the distance with speed v2. Its average speed during the complete journey is. average speed থেকে v1 দেওয়া আছে হাফ জার্নির জন্য v1 other half জার্নি হচ্ছে v2 average speed will be সজিত বলছে c হবে সবাই বলছে c হবে স্মিতা বলছে c ঋতুকৃষ্ণা c নেহা c তামান্না c people are saying 2v1 v2 by v1 plus v2. Obviously average speed is total distance by total time. Average speed is given as the total distance covered by the total time. So I will say I hopefully C is the right answer. I hope. So yes, C is indeed the right answer. So I'm just going to mute an audio. Just a minute, guys. Uh, Ruby, will it be, would you please mute your audio? Ruby, could you please mute your audio? Right. Uh, Let S be the total distance traveled by the particle. Let T1 be the time taken by the particle to cover the first half. Then obviously T1 is equal to S by 2 by V1. So time taken to cover the first half of the journey is S by 2V1. Similarly, time T2 taken to let 2 so let T2, I was just muting an audio, guys. Hopefully the audio is clear now. So let T2 be the time. So, Ruby, could you please mute your audio? Thank you, Ruby. So uh, let so coming back to the question, T1 is equal to S by 2 by V1. So this is clear. This is the time taken to cover the first half of the journey. Similarly, we will find the time taken to cover the remaining half of the journey. That is S by 2V2. So finally, as I said, the average speed is the total distance traveled by the total time taken. Total time taken is given. Total distance traveled in the journey is S. T1 and T2 we have just found out. So the answer is indeed V2 V1 V2 by V1 plus V2. Right. Moving on. Hopefully this is clear to everyone. This is my next question. This is very similar to the questions you have done before. This requires a bit of differentiation. A particle moves the distance x in time t according to the equation. The equation is given. The acceleration of the particle is proportional to. Shreya says A. I've got 6 more answers and all of them are saying A. So I'm guessing A is the Ankita is also saying A. So I'm guessing A is the correct option. So A is indeed correct. Distance is given as x is equal to p plus 5 to the power inverse. Sarjeet is also saying A. So I will differentiate it once. I will get velocity dx by dt minus p plus 5 to the power minus 2. And again, I will differentiate it again to get my to get the expression for my acceleration. Now from equation 2 I have, so I substitute from equation 2 I substitute for p I substitute for the value of velocity. So I get that the acceleration is directly proportional to p by 2. Use equation 2 and 3, substitute. So from here we get that minus t plus 5 is actually equal minus t plus 5 to the power minus 3 is actually equal to minus v to the power 3 by 2. I'm saying from equation 2 using this equation for velocity. I end up with this. Now, obviously, here I have t plus 5 to the power minus 3, which is the same as minus v to the power 3 by 2. So I make my substitution and finally I get a is equal to minus 2v to the power 3 by 2. So the acceleration is directly proportional to velocity to the power 3 by 2. And just for extra information, what about just an extra question? What about how does the acceleration vary with distance? How does the acceleration vary with distance? This was the relation. This was how acceleration varies with velocity. What about distance? How does the acceleration vary with the distance? Any answers? How does the acceleration? Just give me the power. Just give me the power of x. How does the acceleration vary with distance? Just give me the power of x. So Shreya is saying the power of x should be 3. So acceleration should vary as the cube of my distance. So Isha is also saying d cube. I'm sorry, x cube. So I get x cube is equal to t to the power t plus 5 to the power minus 3. So I simply make this substitution over here. From here, if I just cube both sides, I will get this x cube equal to t plus 5 to the power minus 3. Make the substitution, and I will end up with acceleration is directly proportional to distance cube. Very good. Right. I'm guessing this is clear to almost all of you. So I will be moving on. A ball is dropped from a high-rise platform at t is equal to 0 starting from rest. A ball is dropped. Again, free fall question. 6 seconds after that, another ball is thrown downwards from the same platform with a speed v. The two balls meet at t is equal to 18 seconds. What is the value of v? At t equal to 0, একটা বলকে ড্রপ করা হলো from a building. 6 সেকেন্ড পর আর একটা বলটাকে ছোড়া হলো বিল্ডিং থেকে নিচে। আর এর একটাকে শুধু ড্রপ আর একটাকে ছোড়া হলো। একটা যেটা ড্রপ করা হলো ইনিশিয়াল ভেলোসিটি 0, আর একটা যেটাকে ছোড়া হলো ওটা ইনিশিয়াল ভেলোসিটি দেওয়া আছে v. The two balls meet after t is equal to 18 seconds. What is the value of v? Shreya says a. Got 3 more answers. A. Smita is saying A. Neha says A. Tamanna, Sudeshna, Anuradha, all are saying A. Devmita is also saying A. Isha is saying A. I hope the answer is A. Let's see. The answer is indeed A. Let the two balls meet after t seconds. T already দেওয়া আছে x at a distance x from the platform. One more answer. Ankita is also saying A, which is very good. So for the first ball, u is equal to 0, t is equal to 18 seconds, g is equal to 10 meter per second square. So the distance covered by the first ball, যেটাকে শুধু ড্রপ করা হলো, it will be this. Initial velocity 0 ছিল, so h will be half gt square. So distance covered by it in those 18 seconds will be this much. Now for the second ball, now the second ball was dropped after 6 seconds from the first ball. So the time of flight of the second ball will be 12 seconds কেন 6 সেকেন্ড পরে ছোড়া হয়েছে from t equal to 0 থেকে 6 সেকেন্ড পরে ছোড়া হয়েছে so t will be 12 seconds for the second ball and obviously initial velocity this will have an initial velocity so using h is equal to ut plus half gt square I will have this initial velocity was v which was already given in the question v already দেওয়া হয়েছিল for the second ball so for the second ball distance covered will be this now it is being said that both the balls meet when I say both the balls meet it means the distance covered after 18 seconds for both the ball will be the same. So both these x's have to be this x and this x have to be the same. So I simply equate them to get v is equal to 75 meters per second. The only catch was এটা তো ঠিক আছে that the distance will be equal because they meet obviously the distance traveled by them will be equal the only catch was for the first ball time of flight will be 18 seconds and because the second ball was thrown after 6 seconds the time of flight will be 18 minus 6 which is 12 seconds right hopefully this question is clear your answer will be 75 meter per second after you equate the distance or the height, whatever distance or height. This is my next question. A particle starts its motion from rest under the action of a constant force. If the distance covered in 10 seconds is S1 and that covered in the first 20 seconds is S2, 10. So when I say constant force, obviously the acceleration is constant. The body is moving under constant acceleration. Where says B, S2 should be 4S1. Anuradha is saying B, Neha is saying 4, Sudeshna is saying 2. Everyone is saying 2, 2, 2. Sajid is saying 2. So most of you are inclined that S2 should be equal to 4S1. So let's have a look. U is 0, obviously U is 0. Option is indeed B. S2 is equal to 4S1. U is given as 0. Distance traveled in first 10s, obviously as I said, it is being pushed by a constant force. So acceleration constant হবে অ্যাক্সেলারেশনটা কনস্ট্যান্ট হবে কেন কনস্ট্যান্ট ফোর্স দিয়ে পুশ করা হচ্ছে F is equal to ma m তো mass তো constant হবেই mass is always constant acceleration so if force has to be constant acceleration has to be constant so constant acceleration so s1 is equal to half at square so first 10 seconds the distance that was being covered is 50 a 50 times the acceleration and again I use half at square distance covered in 20 seconds is 200 a so obviously s2 will be 4 times s1 so hopefully this is clear to everyone obviously all sorry all right 40 per DH obviously it is clear so I will move on to my next question that is this a bus is moving at a speed of 10 meter per second scooterist wishes to overtake the bus in 100 seconds bus 1 kilometer दूरी पे আছে what should be the speed of the scooterist to chase the bus down তো বেসিক্যালি এখানে চেস চলছে একটা স্কুটার আছে বাসটাকে চেস করছে বাস 1 কিলোমিটার দূরিতে আছে আর 10 মিটার পার সেকেন্ড ভেলোসিটি স্পিড দিয়ে ট্রাভেল করছে তো স্কুটারিস্ট চায় যে 100 সেকেন্ডে वो bus he wants to chase the bus down in 100 seconds. 100 সেকেন্ডে ও বাসটাকে ওভারটেক করতে চায়, স্কুটারিস্টের স্পিডটা কি হবে? What will be the speed of the scooterist? Neha বলছে it should be D, 20 meters per second. নেহা বলছে অপশন 4 হবে 20 মিটার পার সেকেন্ড, দিশা বলছে 4, তামান্না is saying 4, Vedmita 4, Rinjana 4. So I'm guessing 4. Hopefully 4 is the right answer. But one more answer, that is Sojit bolche 20, that is option 4, 20 meter per second square. So hopefully the answer is 4. The answer is indeed 4. The answer is indeed 4. Well done, guys. So let Vs be the velocity of the scooter. Distance between the scooter and the bus is 1000 meters. Deva already 1000 meters. Velocity of the bus is 10 meter per second. Velocity Deva 10 meter per second of the bus. Time taken to overtake is 100 seconds. Deva so relative velocity of the scooter and the with respect to the bus. Can both of them are moving in the same direction, so the relative velocity will be Vs minus Vb. So Vs minus 10. Velocity of bus take jodi Vb boli, it will be Vs minus Vb, which is Vs minus 10. Both are moving in the same direction. So I finally end up getting 1000 meters by relative velocity is equal to the time taken to overtake. So we end up with Vs is equal to 20 meters per second. So the scooter, so the man on the scooter should drive his vehicle at double the speed of the bus, which is 20 meters per second. Right. Hopefully this is clear to everyone. I'm moving on. Particle moves in a straight line with constant acceleration. It changes its velocity from 10 to 20 to a distance of 135. The value of t is. Delta basically initial and final velocity দেওয়া আছে, distance দেওয়া আছে, time খুঁজতে হবে। What my first answer, actually two answers. Everyone is saying, Anuradha, you have raised your hand. Do you have a question? Everyone is saying option B, T should be 9 seconds. Anuradha, you just raised your hand. Do you have a question? Okay, that is fine. So everyone is saying option B should be correct. T is equal to 9 seconds. Hopefully it is correct. Indeed, option B is correct. So we use b square minus u square is equal to 2as. Distance is given. Initial velocity is 10. Final velocity is v. So I end up getting acceleration as 10 by 9. So I've got my acceleration. So I think just using v is equal to u plus at, I will get my time as 9 seconds. So option B is correct. So hopefully this is clear to everyone. If everyone has given the right answer, very good. Moving on to my next question. It is this. The distance traveled by a particle starting from rest and moving with an acceleration 4 by 3 meter per second square in the third second is. I need the distance traveled by the particle in the third second. What will be the distance traveled by the particle in the third second? I have got my first answer and it says, Shreya says A. It should be 10 by 3 meters. Nita says A. Neha has just raised her hand. Neha, do you have a question? Neha, you just raised your hand. Okay, that is fine. So everyone is saying it should be option A, 10 by 3 meters. So hopefully A is the correct. Indeed, A is the correct answer. So distance traveled in the third second will be simply distance traveled in 3 seconds minus distance traveled in 2 seconds. U is given as 0. So the distance S in the third second will be simply distance traveled be simply will be half AT square. So distance traveled in the third second will be distance traveled in 3 seconds minus the distance traveled in 2 seconds, which will be equal to half A into 5. A's value is already given. A এর value already দেওয়া হয়েছে। A দেওয়া হয়েছে 4 by 3 meter per second square. 4 by 3 কে নিয়ে এখানে substitute করে দিলাম। আমি পেলাম 10 by 3 meters. So the distance traveled in the third second is 10 by 3 meters. So the only important thing here was that the distance traveled in the third second is equal to the distance traveled in 3 seconds minus distance traveled in 2 seconds. Hopefully this is clear. Everyone has given the right answer, obviously. So very good. I will be moving on to my next question. Question 16. A particle moving along x-axis has acceleration f. And is given by this f naught p constant. Particle at t is equal to 0 has 0 velocity. In the time interval between t is equal to 0 and the instant when f is equal to 0, the particle's velocity is. So initial velocity 0 I need the velocity of the particle between these two intervals. From the start, that is 2 equal to 0, and the instant when the acceleration of the particle is 0. A instant is particular velocity খুঁজতে চাই। Any answers yet? Particle at time t0 has zero velocity. Particle's velocity between t equal to 0 and instant when f is equal to 0. Okay. One answer, Isha says 3. Isha says 3. I've got two more answers that say, Smita says 3. Tamanna is saying 3. Neha says 1. So three answers that say 3 and one answer that says option 1. Shreya is saying option 3. Sinjana is saying option 3. Devmita is saying Anuradha is saying option 3. So let us see. So there's one option that is saying option A, rest are saying option C or option 3. So given at time t is equal to 0, velocity 0, এটা already প্রশ্ন দেওয়া হয়েছে, initial velocity 0. Acceleration expression দেওয়া হয়েছে, obviously I need the, so at f is equal to 0, since f naught and t both are constant, so small t হবে equal to big T, এটা আমি পাবো when I put f is equal to 0. The the time the time when f is equal to the time when f is equal to 0 is when small t is equal to capital T. I've got one more answer that says, so now Neha has changed answer. She says it's 3. That is fine, Neha. So time, so the instant when f is equal to 0 is when t is equal to capital T. Also, acceleration is given as f is equal to dv by dt. So I will find velocity using integration. Use করতে হবে velocity find করার জন্য between 0 and capital T. And I will finally end up with half f naught c. Hopefully integration তোমরা করতে পারবে. I'm not, so I just sped up. So you get half f naught t. আর এটা আরেকটা আমি আগে একটা বলেছিলাম constant of integration এর ব্যাপারে, এখানে দেখবে আমি limits দিয়েছি. I need the velocity between 0 and capital T, where capital T is the time where my acceleration is 0, where my f is equal to 0. Since I have put in the limits, আমি এখানে constant of integration লিখবো না, এখানে দেখবে কোনো constant of integration নেই. So I hope this question is clear to everyone. So this is my next question. A car moves from x to y with a uniform speed vu and returns to y with a speed with a uniform speed vd. So x থেকে y position এ গেলে uniform speed vu আর y থেকে আবার ফিরে এলো x এ, তো speed হলো vd. I need the average speed for the whole round trip. I need the average speed for this round trip. আচ্ছা, এটা তো তোমরা জানোই, because this is a round trip, average velocity 0 হবে, কেন রাউন্ড ট্রিপ আছে তো ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট 0 হয়ে যাচ্ছে, তো অ্যাভারেজ ভেলোসিটিটা 0 হবে, কিন্তু অ্যাভারেজ স্পিড 0 হবে না. What is this average speed? Got my first answers. Srinjana is saying 4. They are saying 4. Isha, Tamanna, Smita, Sojit. সবাই বলছে অপশন 4 হবে TVD VU by VD plus VU. Yes, we have done this type of question before. একটু আগে এরকম একটা টাইপের আমরা কোয়েশ্চেন করলাম যেখানে অ্যাভারেজ স্পিড ইজ টোটাল ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট বাই টোটাল, অনুরাধাও বলছে অপশন ডি সিম্পলি টোটাল ডিস্টেন্স বাই টোটাল টাইম। এখানে আমাদেরকে সেম সেম প্রসেস ইউজ করতে হবে। অঙ্কিতা বলছে 4, অনুরাধা বলছে 4, ভেরি গুড। এখানে আমাদেরকে সেম প্রসেস ইউজ করতে হবে যেখানে অ্যাভারেজ স্পিড হচ্ছে টোটাল ডিস্টেন্স ট্রাভেল বাই টোটাল টাইম টেকেন। এক্স থেকে যদি ওয়াই ডিস্টেন্স আমি এস মিনি, তাহলে ওয়াই থেকে এক্স সেম ডিস্টেন্স হবে এস। So I simply use this. T1 will be S by VU, so the time taken to travel from T1 to from point X to Y will be S by VU, and return journey te or velocity VD chilo, so T2 হবে S by VD, total distance traveled is from X to Y, Y to X, S plus S, that is 2S, which is nothing but 2 VU VD by VD plus VU. So hopefully this is clear to everyone. So 2S by average speed is total distance traveled by total time taken. Very good. I will move on to my next question. The position x of a particle with respect to time t along x-axis is given by this. What will be the position of this particle when it achieves maximum speed? What will be the position of this particle when it achieves maximum speed along the positive x direction? Obviously, positive x direction is that's it. The maximum. I've got one answer. ঈশা বলছে অপশন 1 হবে। অপশন ঈশা বলছে 54 মিটার হবে। তামান্না বলছে অপশন 4 হবে, নেহা বলছে অপশন 1 হবে, অনুরাধা বলছে অপশন 1 হবে, তামান্না বলছে 32 মিটার, অঙ্কিতা বলছে অপশন 1, স্মিতা অপশন 1, সৃজনা অপশন 1. So I've got a few answers. Let us see. Option 1 হবে কিনা। The answer is indeed option 1. X is given as 9t square minus t cube. V is equal to dx by dt. So আমি dx by dt করলাম, আমি পেয়ে গেছি expression for velocity or expression for speed, কেন একই 1d তে আছে তো speed আর velocity সেম হবে। But আরেকটা আনসার পেয়েছি, তামান্না আসুন বলছে সরি স্যার, that was fine. So I have to maximize my speed. স্পিড ম্যাক্সিমাইজ করার জন্য কি করব, আমি স্পিডটাকে আবার টি দিয়ে ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করব, and I will put dv by dt equal to 0. dv by dt equal to 0. So after I put dv by dt equal to 0, I get t is equal to 3 seconds, which is so the speed of the speed of this particle or whatever is maximum when t is equal to 3 seconds, and I want x max. So simply এটাকে এখানে put করে দিলাম, এটাকে substitute this t over here, I will get the distance traveled by the particle when the speed is the maximum. So hopefully all of you know this process, how to find the maxima and the minima. আর একবার যদি আমি এখানে ভিটাকে ম্যাক্সিমাইজ করতে চাইছিলাম তো ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলাম, আর যে ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন রেজাল্ট এলো I put it equal to 0. So after I differentiate this, I equate it to 0. আর যে ওখান থেকে t হবে that will be the time when my speed is maximum. So at t is equal to 3, speed is maximum. ঠিক এখানে পুট করলাম, x max পেয়ে গেছি। Hopefully this is clear to everyone. Right, moving on guys. Next question হচ্ছে এটা two bodies of mass 1 kg and mass 3 kg. একটা mass হচ্ছে 1 kg আর একটা mass হচ্ছে 3 kg are dropped from heights 16 and 25 meters respectively. The ratio of the time taken by them to reach the ground base. Priya says A 4 by 5. Isha says A 4 by 5. Isha says the answer is indeed 4 by 5. It is simple. এখানে mass দেওয়া হয়েছে but the time taken by them to reach the ground has nothing to do with mass, obviously. এখানে acceleration constant, drop বলছে তো initial velocity same হবে. So the time taken for free fall is this. So time will be directly proportional to root over h. So time is directly proportional to root over h because obviously acceleration g constant 2 constant achei. So time is only dependent on the height. So TA by TB will be এখানে obviously পুরো ফর্মুলাটা লেখা হয়েছে, এটা দরকার নেই, এই যে just for your understanding you simply know that TA by time is directly proportional to root over h. So TA by TB will be the same as root over HA by root over HB. HA HB দেওয়া আছে, you will get 4 by 5. So hopefully this is clear to everyone. Right, now moving on to my next question. A car runs at a constant speed on a circular track of 100 meters, taking 62.8 seconds for every circular lap. Average velocity chai or average speed chai for each circular lap. I think this is already very clear. The option A or D হবে না কেন? Average velocity for a circular lap, displacement 0 হয়ে যাবে. So option A or D is not possible. Devmita is saying option D, দুটোই 10 meter per second and Devmita Mondal is saying option D, 10 meter per second and 10 meter per second. Nita is saying option D. Everyone is saying option D. Average velocity and average speed will be 10 meters per second. Isha is saying option C. Sinjana is saying option C. So there is a bit of a tussle between option C and D. So I'm guessing সবাই A answerটা পেয়ে গেছে, average speed is 10 meter per second. Yes, average speed is indeed 10 meter per second. এবার এটা দেখতে হবে যে average velocity 0 হবে না 10 হবে. Indeed the answer is option C. আমি just এক্ষুনি বলছিলাম যে option A আর D possible না. আমি জানি না তোমরা শুনছিলে কিনা, আমি বললাম যে option A আর D is not possible. কেন পসিবল না? আমরা সার্কুলার ট্র্যাকে যাচ্ছি, এখানে দেওয়া হচ্ছে ক্যালকুলেট দি অ্যাভারেজ ভেলোসিটি ফর ইচ সার্কুলার ল্যাপ. একটা সার্কুলার ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কি হয় একটা সার্কুলার ল্যাপের জন্য? আমি স্টার্টিং ফ্রম ওয়ান পয়েন্ট অফ আ সার্কেল, সাপোজ দিস ইজ মাই সার্কেল, এটা সার্কেল খুবই কিউট, আমি এখানে স্টার্ট করেছি একটা পুরো সার্কুলার ট্র্যাকে, আবার ফিরে এসে এখানেই দাঁড়িয়ে পড়লাম, যেখানে স্টার্ট করেছিলাম ওখানে দাঁড়িয়ে পড়লাম আফটার কমপ্লিটিং আ সার্কুলার ল্যাপ. ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট কি হবে? ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট 0 হবে. ভেলোসিটি কি হবে, ভেলোসিটি জিরো হবে। তখন ভেলোসিটি জিরো, তো অ্যাভারেজ ভেলোসিটি কি হবে, অ্যাভারেজ ভেলোসিটি জিরো হবে। তো এ এন্ড ডি তো পসিবল না, এ এন্ড ডি আর নট পসিবল। তো অ্যাভারেজ ভেলোসিটি ইজ জিরো। এবার শুধু আমাকে ক্যালকুলেট করতে হবে আমার অ্যাভারেজ স্পিডটা। yes isha, displacement will indeed be zero। এবার আমাকে শুধু অ্যাভারেজ স্পিডটা ক্যালকুলেট করতে হবে। অ্যাভারেজ স্পিড আমরা জানি is total distance, basically total distance covered by total time। distance covered is obviously for a circle, perimeter is 2 pi r, radius দেওয়া আছে, time দেওয়া আছে। so 2 pi r divided by 62.8, তুমি পেয়ে যাবে 10 meters per second। obviously net displacement in one lap is zero। so average velocity কি হয়, total displacement by time or net displacement by time, displacement is zero। মানে যেখানে স্টার্ট করছি আফটার কমপ্লিটিং আ সার্কেল ল্যাপ ওই জায়গাতেই আবার ফিরে এসে দাঁড়িয়ে পড়ছি। ডিসপ্লেসমেন্ট জিরো, অ্যাভারেজ ভেলোসিটি উইল বি জিরো। so option C is correct। so people who have written that option 4 is correct, please check this once again। hopefully it is clear to you now। hopefully this is clear to you। very good। right, I will be moving on। very good। right, moving on। a particle moves along the straight line OX at a time t, the distance x of the particle from O is given as this. How long would the particle travel before coming to rest? তো আবার এখানে সেই ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন ইউজ করতে হবে, এটা তো বুঝতেই পারছো তোমরা। এটা তো বুঝতেই পারছো যে তোমাদেরকে ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন ইউজ করতে হবে। Everyone is saying option B 24 meters is correct। সবাই, হ্যাঁ সবাই বলছে যে অপশন বি ইজ কারেক্ট। আচ্ছা চলো দেখে নিচ্ছি যদি অপশন বি কারেক্ট আছে কিনা। এখানে এখানে বলছে অপশন এ ইজ কারেক্ট, সবাই বলছে অপশন বি ইজ কারেক্ট, কিন্তু এখানে বলা হচ্ছে 16 মিটার। তো দেখে না, আমারও টাইপিং হয়তো ভুল হয়ে গেছে, চলো দেখি। x is equal to 40 plus 12t minus t cube। velocity is obviously this, dx by dt 12 minus dt square। when the particle comes to rest, particle rest মানে কি, velocity 0 হয়ে গেল, তো এটাকে আমি 0 পুট করে দিলাম। I will get t is equal to 2 seconds। yes sir, indeed the answer is 1। t is equal to 2 seconds। I need the distance traveled by the particle before coming to rest। p টাকে 2 পুট করে দিলাম। I need the velocity of the particle, the distance traveled of the particle before coming to rest। so I will simply get 16 meters after performing my integration। no, it's fine, fine, no need to apologize as long as you have learned something। answer হবে 16 meters। আচ্ছা একটা কথা বলো, এখানে এখানে আমি ডাইরেক্টলি এখানে আমি ডাইরেক্টলি 2 পুট করিনি কেন? why did not What if I had substituted directly t is equal to 2 seconds? That will give the instantaneous position. Yes, you are right. কেন আরেকটা জিনিস এখানে দেখার আছে. When the time was t is equal to 0, what does the question say? It was says the distance travel, how long will the particle travel before coming to rest? So as you can see, if I put t is equal to 0 in this, t is equal to 0 দিলে আমি এখানে directly আমি আনসারটা পাবো না. T is equal to 0, the distance traveled by the particle is still 40 degrees. Initially, already before even before time started, already 40 degrees travel করা হয়ে গেছে. So that is why putting 2 seconds into this directly will give me indeed the instantaneous, will give me as Shreya said, will give me the instantaneous position. So that is why we will have to integrate v dot dt from 0 to t, and then we will end up getting 16 meters. If I had asked you what is the position of the particle at t is equal to 2 seconds, if I asked you what is the position of the particle at t is equal to 2 seconds, then you could have put t is equal to 2 seconds, and you could have given me the position of a particle after 2 seconds. আমি 2 seconds এখানে সাবস্টিটিউট করব, এটাতে আমি পজিশন অফ দ্য পার্টিকেল আফটার 2 seconds পেয়ে যাব. কিন্তু আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করা হচ্ছে ডিসটেন্স ট্রাভেল বাই দ্য পার্টিকেল বিফোর কামিং টু রেস্ট. তো দুজনের মধ্যে তফাৎ আছে. The position of a particle after 2 seconds and the distance traveled by the particle over 2 seconds এক না. Distance traveled by the particle কজন আমি এখানে ইন্টিগ্রেট করব from 0 to 2, তখন গিয়ে আমি 16 get. This is the distance traveled by the particle after 2 seconds. And if I put directly, indeed Shreya, you are very good. If I put 2 is equal to 2 seconds into this, এটা আমাকে position of a particle দেবে. So hopefully guys, this is clear to all of you. Does anyone want to ask anything? Is this clear to everyone? Very good. Ishan Raja saying yes. Answer will be A. Please do not, please be careful with this. Right, moving on. হ্যাঁ, এখানে একটা জিনিস তুমি করতে পারো. there is one more. যদি তুমি ইন্টিগ্রেশন না করতে চাও, একটা জিনিস আরেকটা জিনিস এখানে করা যায়, ওটা হচ্ছে first I will find x at t is equal to 0. x at t is equal to 0 বার করলাম, তারপরে x at t is equal to 2 বার করলাম. যদি তুমি ইন্টিগ্রেশন না করতে চাও, যদি আমি ইন্টিগ্রেশন কেন করতে যাবো এত কিছু, একটা x is equal to 0 বার করলাম, x is equal to 2 বার করে নিলাম, at t is equal to 2, and I minus x at t is equal to 0 from x is equal to, you will end up with the same answer. You will end up with the same answer. Jadi in case you don't want to integrate. So hopefully this is clear. Right. A ball is thrown vertically upward. It has a speed of 10 meters per second. When it has reached one half of its maximum height, how high does the ball rise? So upward motion, so there is a downward g. It has a speed of 10 meter per second when it has reached one half of its maximum height. How high does the ball reach? Shreya Sarkar says, Shreya is saying A, Shreya বলছে 10 meters হবে। Nita বলছে 10 meters হবে A, Tamanna 10, Ankita 10, Devnita 10, so pretty much everyone is saying 10 meters হবে। চলো আনসারটা দেখি। The ball is thrown vertically upward. It has a speed 10 meter per second, which is one half of its maximum height. So v square equals u square minus 2gh choose করলাম। After reaching maximum height, velocity টা হয়ে গেল 0. So I put 0 is equal to, so এখানে কি করেছি আমি, তো এখানে ম্যাক্সিমাম হাইট দেওয়া আছে, আমাকে বলা হয়েছে, সরি লাইনটাকে ঠিক করে ড্র করি, erase all incomplete. So suppose this is my, I'm just drawing this line, this is the height of the building, পুরোটা h, আমাকে বলা হচ্ছে যখন half the half the distance cover করা হয়ে গেছে, velocity was 10 meters per second. Velocity was, so at h by 2, at h by 2 velocity was 10 meters per second. So at this point velocity ছিল 10 meter per second. And at this point obviously at total height h velocity হয়ে যাচ্ছে আমার 0. তো আমি কি করেছি, এটাকে ইনিশিয়াল পজিশন মেনে নিয়েছি, এটাকে ইনিশিয়াল পজিশন মেনে নিয়েছি। So imagine that I'm standing at this height, I'm standing at height h by 2, আর আমি বলটাকে 10 মিটার পার সেকেন্ড ভেলোসিটি দিয়ে উপরে ছুড়েছি, এটাই এখানে করা হয়েছে। So here v is obviously at height h, v is equal to 0, so এখানে 0 দেওয়া হয়ে গেছে। At height h by 2, as you can see, at height h by 2 velocity is 10 meters per second, so that is why I have u as initial velocity as 10 meters per second, gravity already দেওয়া আছে 10 meter per second square, so this is my g, and height is obviously h by 2, and finally I end up getting h is equal to 10 meters. So I hope this is clear to everyone. I will move on to my next question. A man throws ball with same speed vertically upwards, one after the other at an interval of 2 seconds. What should be the speed of the throw so that more than two balls are in the sky at any given time? তো তোমরা সবাই জাগলিং দেখেছো, অবভিয়াসলি জাগলিং, সো এখানে সিমিলার সিচুয়েশন, এখানে জাগলিং হচ্ছে, বলের জাগলিং হচ্ছে। তো 2 সেকেন্ডের পর পর এক একটা বল করে উপরে ছুড়ে যাচ্ছে, ভার্টিক্যালি আপওয়ার্ড ছুড়ে যাচ্ছে, ইন্টারভেল হচ্ছে 2 সেকেন্ড। তো what should be the speed of the throw, so that basically the velocity of the balls জিজ্ঞেস করছে, what should be the velocity of these balls so that any time more than two balls are in the sky at the same time? Neha says 19.6 meters per second. Sorry, Neha says 19.6 meters per second. She's saying answer is D. Any more answers? I've got two more answers. That's it. Shreya is saying option A. Smita is saying option D. Isha is saying option A. Devnita is saying option A. Anuradha is saying option A. Sajid, Tamanna, everyone is saying option A. Neha has changed their answer to option A. So indeed the answer is option A. Interval of ball thrown is 2 seconds. 2 seconds er por ball take choda hoche. If we want that minimum three balls, more than three balls, minimum three balls. Yes, the answer is option A. More than three balls, more than two, I need minimum three balls. Three থেকে বেশিও হতে পারে, কিন্তু minimum three balls at any point I want in the air. Then the time of flight of the first ball must be greater than 4 seconds. Obviously, আমি একটা বল ছুড়লাম at time t is equal to 0. 2 seconds পর second বলটা ছুড়লাম, third second এ আমি after another 2 seconds, that is on the fourth second, I'm throwing the third ball upwards. So after 4 seconds, when I'm throwing the third ball upwards, I still need my first ball to be in the air. Right? আমি চাই যে আমার first ball যেটা আছে, that should still be in the air. So the time of flight of the first ball, যেটা t is equal to 0 second এ ছাড়া হয়েছে, I need the time of flight of this first ball to be greater than 4 seconds. That when I throw my third ball will be thrown after 4 seconds. Obviously, on the fourth second, I will throw my third ball. So after 4 seconds, I still need my first ball to be in the air. So the time of flight of the first ball must be greater than 4 seconds. So t should be greater than 4 seconds, or time of flight of the first ball should be greater than 4 seconds. We know the time of flight is tu by g. Hopefully, সবাই জানে. So I end up getting G Dava 9.8 seconds. I end up getting U should be greater than 19.6 meter per second. U should be greater than 19.6 meters per second. So option A is correct. So hopefully this is clear to everyone. Someone has posted a yes. Says yes. Good. Right. I will be moving on. Question number 24. If a ball is thrown vertically upwards with speed u, the distance covered during the last t seconds of its ascent is. The distance covered during the last t seconds of its ascent is. বলটাকে vertically উপরে reduce speed দিয়ে ছোড়া হয়েছে. I need the distance covered in the last t seconds of the ascent. I got one answer. Edudem to me says no option. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. These are my options. 0.5 to the power gt square, which is option B. Isha says option 2, half gt square. Ankita says option 2. Tamanna says option 2. So pretty much everyone is inclined at option 2. So the answer is indeed option 2. I let the total height be h. time of let the total time of ascent, so the total time taken to reach height h from the ground, the maximum height h from the ground, let it be t. So I get h is equal to ut minus half gt square minus g, because obviously my acceleration is acting downwards. Distance covered by the ball in time t minus t seconds, capital T minus t. Simply I replace, simply I replace so t minus t seconds, that is the distance covered by the ball in the first, that is the distance y. Excuse me, sorry. So the first, if you see the diagram, y will be equal to u t minus half g t minus t whole square. That is the y is the distance covered by the ball in t minus t seconds. So this, suppose this whole distance is t. Distance covered in the last t seconds, that is small t seconds, this distance is small t. This distance is small t. So distance y that is covered. So this, obviously the remaining portion will be capital T minus small t. So y is equal to u t minus half g t minus t whole square. So obviously distance covered by the ball in the last t seconds will be h minus y. Will be h minus y. So I simply subtract, and I put t is equal to u by g, and you end up with getting h is equal to half gt square. So hopefully this is clear to all of you, and all of you have got the right answer. Hopefully it is clear. I will be moving on. So h is equal to half gt square. There is another way to solve this. Analytor, time to reach the topmost point. Let the time taken to reach the topmost point will be t equal to u by g. Velocity at the topmost point is v equals 0. Let's consider a point A distance below the highest part. Point A distance. So this is, suppose this is my line. This is my highest point. I am considering a point A, that is h meters or whatever, h units, whatever your unit of length is. I am considering this distance to be h. I know my diagrams are really crude, but please bear with me. আমি বলে দিলাম এই ডিসটেন্সটা a, এটা এই ডিসটেন্সটা হচ্ছে a, এটা হচ্ছে আমার হাইয়েস্ট পয়েন্ট। Let it take t seconds for the ball to reach the top from a. So the distance taken to cover this, আমি বলে দিচ্ছি, let it be t seconds. Obviously এটা কোয়েশ্চেনই দেওয়া হয়েছিল that he wanted the distance covered in the last t seconds. So we have to calculate a. So velocity at a কি হবে? Now the time taken to reach a will be capital T minus t. I'm taking this whole distance to be the time taken to cover this whole distance to be capital T. Now the time taken to reach a will be obviously be capital T minus small t. So VA, the velocity at a will be, the velocity at a, this point will be u minus g t minus t. So VA will be equal to, so you will get the velocity at a is equal to minus gt. Velocity at a will be equal to minus gt. Now consider, now what we do, remember we had done a question a few, just I think this was the last or the one before that, এটার আগের না দু কোয়েশ্চেন আগে আমরা কি করেছিলাম, আমরা এই পজিশনটা VA যে পজিশনটা, এই পজিশনটাকে আমরা ইনিশিয়াল পয়েন্ট মেনে নিয়েছিলাম। মানে 10 সেকেন্ড, এখান থেকে ভেলোসিটি 10 সেকেন্ড ছিল at a distance h by 2, So I hope you remember that question. আমরা এই পয়েন্টটাকে আমাদের ইনিশিয়াল পয়েন্টটা মেনে নিয়েছিলাম। Velocity at point A is minus gt. Final velocity is final velocity is 0. H দেওয়া আছে। So I can simply calculate using v square equals u square minus 2gh, which is half gt. So you end up getting h is equal to half gt square. So there are two ways to do this. Both are pretty much similar to each other, but you can use যেটা ইচ্ছা ওটা use করতে পারো. So I hope this is clear to you guys. So this concept I've just used the concept that I used a few slides ago. Same concept. জাস্ট আমি ইনিশিয়াল পয়েন্টটাকে চেঞ্জ করে দিচ্ছি না। এখন ভি এ হচ্ছে আমার ইনিশিয়াল পয়েন্ট, এখানে ভেলোসিটি খুঁজে হাইটটা বার করতে পারি। রাইট, মাই নেক্সট কোয়েশ্চেন, a particle is thrown vertically upward, its velocity at half of the height is 10 meters per second. I think you already did this question. I'm sorry, is a repeat. Is this a repeat, guys? I think you already done this question. A particle is thrown. Yes, I think this was the question I was talking about in the previous slide. This was the question I was talking about in the previous slide. I'm guessing this is a repeat, so we have done it. So I'm just going to move on. Yes, this is indeed the question I was talking about. Your answer will be 10 meters. Right. Next question. So moving on, question number 26. Motion of a particle is given as this. Question number 26. This is the motion of a particle. S is given as this cubic equation. The value, as this cubic expression. The value of the acceleration of the particle at t is equal to 1 second. Just give me a quick answer because I think you pretty much know what to do here. You have to differentiate this expression 2 times. দুবার differentiate করবে. Everyone is people are saying it is b 32 meters per second square. আমি জাস্ট আনসার দেখিয়ে দিচ্ছি তোমাদেরকে, কারণ এটা দিস ইজ এ ভেরি সিম্পল প্রবলেম। সিম্পল ডিফারেন্সিয়েশন ইউজ করতে হবে আর কিছু না। Everyone has pretty much got the answer. So indeed the answer is option B. একবার ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলাম আর একবার ডিফারেন্সিয়েট করলাম, so I get my acceleration simply t equal to 1 put করে দিলাম, I will get 32 meters per second. Yes, so everyone has gotten the right answer. So the answer is 32 meters per second square.